Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on The River from Daisy Jones and the Six. It's a cool little track, it's easy to play. I'm going to teach you the whole song, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out, as does give me a like. Press that thumbs up button under the video. And I'd love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments, let me know you're watching it, let me know where in the world you're from, and what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off of this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, now the song starts with a little intro. You could just play A minor all the way through this, but I've kind of put the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar parts together. So it sounds like this. So to play that A minor chord, first finger B1, second finger D2, third finger A3. And we're going to play the root note, the A string, and then from the D string downwards. So you get, and it'll do that 3 times. Go. Then play the A string, and then take your second finger off, and we're going to hit the chord and then hammer it back on to the G2, so you get, that's the end of the second bar. So you got the first 2 bars. Up speed. And then again the A string, the A minor chord, the A string. And then you could keep that going and play just like the first 2 bars through bars 3 and 4. But the electric guitar comes in with this. So playing B3 and bending it up, and at the same time you play the open E string, and then B3, B1, D, D2, then G, then G2. You might prefer to do hammer-ons on those, or just play them, whichever you prefer. So you got, so the whole of the first line goes. Okay, the next line is kind of closer to what the electric guitar's playing. You could just play the A minor through it, but I've written this. So open A string with D2, it's going that. So, and then the same riff that we had from before. And then the next 2 bars are repeated. So the whole of that line goes. Okay, so like I say, you could play exactly what I've written, or you could literally play A minor, just all the way through that intro. Okay, on to the verse where they start singing. A minor for 4 bars, then we've got G for 2 bars. G is your second finger on E3 nearest to your face, third finger E3 nearest to the floor, and first finger A2. 2 bars of that, and then back to the A minor. And if you want to, you can put the riff in that do the. If you want to, you can add it, or you can just play A minor through those 2 bars. You can add a bit of rhythm, that kind of like just playing on the beat. So the whole line will sound like this. Okay, so that's the first line of the verse. The next line of the verse starts the same, and the first 6 bars are the same. So A minor for 4 bars, G for 2 bars. And then we go to this D5 chord, open D with G2 and B3 for the first, for that bar 23, and then 2 beats into bar 24. And then you play A3, just the note, 2 times. So bars 23 and 24 go. Okay, so the whole line will sound like this. takes us to the chorus. Now, there's kind of 3 lines, it feels like, for the chorus. The first line goes like this. So for that F chord, you could play the easier F where you put your first finger on B1, second finger on G2, third finger on A3 and little finger on D3. Or I've done it the full bar chord version. First finger barred across all the strings on the first fret. Second finger G2, third finger A3 and little finger D3. So F for a bar, A minor for a bar, G for 2 bars. Then it goes to D minor. So first finger E1, third finger on B3, second finger on G2, playing from the D string downwards. And you play for the whole bar and then half of the next bar, so an extra 2 beats into bar 30, to A minor for 2 beats, F for the whole bar and then an extra 2 beats into bar 32, and then C for the 2 beats. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's try. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got to watch out for when you've only got 2 beats on in a bar of the chord. And then on to the next line. More of the same. We've got this. So F for a bar, A minor for a bar, and then G for 2 bars, and it does a kind of build. It almost feels like it's going into the next section through those 2 bars. And then D minor for the whole bar, and then 2 beats of the next bar. E minor for 2 beats, and then F for 2 bars. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on to the last line that we need to play. It's just repeating F, G, A minor for 2 bars, and then it does that again. So you get. It then goes back to like the sort of second line of the intro. So just doing like that riff. If I could play it, and then it goes through verse exactly how it did before, and then chorus exactly the way it did before, and then it just repeats this section all the way through till the end of the song, playing the F, G, A minor till the end. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video, and I love to read all your comments, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and more importantly, what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this and loads of other songs, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to them in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.